Hello guys and welcome back. So I was talking to some family and some friends for my next video idea, and with the questions that they were asking me, they were all kind of common. And the question that was asked the most was about concealed carry. Now I haven't done a video about this on my channel yet. I've only done some reviews and some everyday carry stuff. But today I want to give you guys 5 great tips on concealed carry because I do get questions about it frequently from friends or other people that I see when they see that I'm carrying open carry, or just people that I talk to in general. So tip number 1 is kind of simple, and if you're not doing it, you really need to work on the other 4. Carry your gun. Now, some of you might want to know what I mean by that. Well, I'll give you an instance. I had talked to a friend who wanted to get into concealed carry. He bought his first firearm, went through his appropriate training. I saw him a couple weeks later, and he says, talking to me about how great, the concealed carry is going, how he feels more protected for his family and such. And I say, well, that's great. Hey, what have you been carrying? Are you carrying today? He says, no. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I just had to run. We were at Walmart. He said, well, I just had to run to the store real quick. Didn't want to put it on, didn't want the hassle. That's a great example of what I'm talking about. Those trips to the store, that trip to the gas station, you can get robbed. Anything could happen. You might not even be in the situation. The gas station you're at could be getting robbed, and there's a good chance that guy could point that gun at you. You could feel threatened, and you reach for it, and it's not there. Carry your gun. Carry it everywhere you go. I know a lot of people, including myself, that carry into movie theaters, that carry into stores that are posted you're not supposed to carry in them. If it is not a felony to carry my weapon into a certain place where I'm not supposed to, it's frowned upon, I'm carrying it. Now, if it is a misdemeanor and I'm not supposed to carry there, and they see that I'm carrying and they ask you to leave, you can leave, most likely without getting any trouble. It might be a misdemeanor, but most likely if they ask you to leave, you can just leave. Take your weapon out to your vehicle, lock it up, and you're done. That's step number 1. Now, the tip next that I'm going to give you kind of goes hand in hand with carrying a gun every day. Don't carry an unloaded gun. I don't recommend that anyone ever carry a gun without a round in the chamber. And the reason I say this is because if you are carrying a gun without a round in the chamber, the chances are of you pulling that gun, racking that slide, and getting on target are very, very slim if someone else is already engaging you in a physical fighting situation. You really want to carry around in the chamber. It is completely idiotic not to carry around in the chamber at all times. I highly, highly, highly recommend carrying around in the chamber. Now, if you're not comfortable with it, if this or that, you need to practice. Carry around in the gun. It is completely pointless to carry a gun that is not loaded. And I know a lot of people that bought 1911s to carry with, and they say, well, I'm not really comfortable with having that hammer back and just a safety on. I don't trust it. That's what the safeties are there for. They're meant to stop the gun from going off. If you don't like that, buy a striker-fired pistol. Buy a revolver. Buy something else that you are comfortable with. Get into that comfort zone. Now, tip number 3 that I have is get a good holster and know how to use it. And you might wonder what I mean by know how to use it. Well, what I mean is get a good holster, whether you're carrying inside the waistband or outside the waistband, and practice with it. Practice real slow, pulling that gun out, getting that gun on target, reholstering that weapon. Now this gun is loaded, or unloaded, excuse me. I'm not going to do a safety check on it. It's my gun. I'm safe. You guys are safe. That's all that matters. But what I mean is practice with it every day. Go to the range a couple times a week if you get the opportunity to, indoor or outdoor. Real slow. Practice pulling that gun out, getting on target, putting that gun back in your holster safely. That is one of the biggest steps. It is muscle memory. Doing something repeatedly and your body will remember it. Pouring a cup of coffee every morning, it's the same thing. It's muscle memory. Doing something over and over and over again until you have it down to a science. Now, one drill that I recommend at the range that everybody can try out there is to put 2 rounds into your gun, okay, and another magazine if you carry an extra magazine on you, okay. Draw your weapon at a moderate speed. Start slow before you get into going quick. Pull that weapon, fire your 2 rounds, change your mag, Put the gun back in, pull that weapon, fire you, and repeat, over and over and over again until you can't stand doing it anymore, to where you are comfortable. It's all about being comfortable when carrying a handgun. Which kind of leads me into tip number 4. All these tips are going to go hand into one package. It's all about being comfortable. It's all about, like I said, muscle memory, knowing what you're doing when you're carrying that gun. Okay, so tip number 4 is dress accordingly. Now, if you live in a hotter climate and it's 80 degrees outside, you don't want to be out there in a sweatshirt because you're worried about printing. Printing is just a word, that people that started to carry a gun came up with because they say the gun was printing in their clothing. I am wearing a t-shirt, and under my t-shirt I'm wearing like a beater because I don't carry a holster to where my skin is protected. That's why I wear an undershirt. And I can conceal a full-size M&P 9mm. It's fully concealed, 150%. And I'm comfortable with that. I wear an outside the waistband Kydex holster, and I am completely comfortable with that. So dress accordingly. If you're going to carry a full-size gun, make sure that you can conceal that weapon. If you can't conceal it and your state allows open carry, if you want to open carry, open carry. I don't have any problems with that, and I know a lot of other people that don't have problems with that. Which leads us back into step number 5. Don't do stupid things. And what I mean by that is, don't be pulling on your shirt all the time. Don't be touching your gun all the time. It's there, it's loaded, you know it's there. Don't be worrying about what other people think. If you see me out in public and I have a shirt on and you see a bulge in my shirt, someone that doesn't carry a gun is going to think a million other things other than he's carrying a gun. Could be a cell phone, could be anything. So that is one thing you have to do. You have to dress accordingly, you have to be comfortable, and just don't worry about it. It's there. You don't have to worry if it's not there. You know it is. So don't be playing with your shirt, don't be tugging, don't be touching your gun constantly. And just like I said, every step that I put forward in this video, keep practicing every single day. And before you know it, you'll be good to go. You won't be worried that it's there. You'll be comfortable, and you'll be happy with the choice that you made. If you guys have any comments or questions, make sure to drop them down below, and make sure to subscribe so that you can come back to get some more helpful tips and see some more awesome stuff for some pretty good prices. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.